What do you expect to sort of learn about your team tomorrow, trying to go down and get a result down there?
What I expect to learn from my team. Well, I think what I can expect to see is, a solid performance. I think over the course of time, yes, that team has been a bit of our bogey team, but, they were playing in a smaller, different stadium. Rosters change. At some point, fortunes change. You can't be on top of a team all the time. The league is too filled with parity. What I might learn, Matt, I'd probably have to tell you after the game. I hope I learn that we've found our offensive rhythm and we score a couple goals. That's what I'd love to learn.
A team that on San Jose, they've had a consistent back line up until this week. How does that challenge your staff in preparing for them?
Well, okay, Bernardo's going out certainly is a loss for them, but Imperiale, the guy who we think is going to be in there, is good. He's decent. He's played a lot of MLS games. Their whole team is a good team. It's a little bit of a revamped. It feels different. It feels a little different with some of the new additions. So, we expect, as always, to go through what we do, watch them on film, try and plan all our set pieces, their set pieces, do all of that preparation. That kind of still is the same. I wouldn't say that just because Bernardo's leaving, we throw our arms up and go, oh my God, what's happening? We just deal with it and make adjustments.
Does that mean you see Imperiale as kind of stylistically similar?
No, I think Bernardus has a style all his own, but they're good players. San Jose's got some good players.
Brad sort of went out and did a warm-up before the last game, just kind of getting down. It looks like he was being put through his paces. How's he doing? Do you expect him to travel?
He's not going to travel. He's still on the protocol, and he's doing some stuff inside, and just he's on the protocol. We're making sure that we do everything, to get him healthy.
How about Aaron Culver? Is he
getting better? He's out here doing a little bit too, but those guys, they train 2 days on and they have a day off, 2 days on, off, stuff like that, gym workouts, stuff like that.
Got a couple of these Cristian Roldan layups for you for this feature I'm working on. Notice that pretty much every time you get asked about him, you always talk about how much you like talking about him. Why is he a guy that you enjoy talking about?
Well, I'll tell you a story, just to, not just talk about him, but tell you an actual story. So last game, his running, he was like maybe a couple hundred meters less than Nico, but his speed at which he ran was higher than Nico's. In a couple other categories, he was a little higher than Nico, and Nico's usually the guy that, is top on most lists. So Cristian was pretty fired up about that. So he asked our sports science department, Dave and Ravi and those guys, for his stats from 2015, 2016, and up to date 2017 to see how he compared in his rookie year, sophomore season, and now this year, and how he's formulating a plan to make sure that his level that he just put himself at the last game, how he stays there. All on him. We don't have to do it. He's hungry to learn. He's eager to learn. So that was, to me, just another sign of being a good pro.
What are some other things that kind of stood out for the reason that you made him captain in that friendly for a little while?
I wanted to see what he was like. I wanted to test him a little bit. I mean, I could have picked a few other guys, but sometimes the goalkeeper. I could have put Tyler there. I mean, Tyler's been around, but I just want to see what Cristian would do.
What was your assessment of that?
He's good. I mean, look, he's not a natural-born leader yet. He's still a little young and, still is earning his respect, but, he'll get there.
What are some of the things that San Jose does well as a team in general that you're going to have to overcome in order to pull 3 points out of Aya?
Well, they press. They're going to be at home. They've always been a good pressing team. Dom's always done that. They're good on set pieces. They're right back. The academy kid has a long throw in. They've got different plays on their set pieces. They've got Wondolowski. You got Arena. They've got some good players.
And against that press, what do you do to counter that?
Well, we've been working a lot on playing out of the back, making sure we're not caught by surprise. If we find ourselves under a little bit of pressure, okay, let's find that next pass. Let's try and play past their pressure. And then, it is an away game, and we'll do well on our set pieces and try and play in their half of the field as much as we can.
Has there been some emphasis about getting this team to get a quick start and not wait till the second half to push and show their max capacity?
We've been messaging that since Houston.
You had to shuffle the back line around a little bit for injuries and stuff like that. Do you think you'll have your absolute first choice back line tomorrow?
I have plenty of choices along the back line.
Is everybody healthy that you can choose from?
Everybody, well, except for Brett.
When Clint came in the last game, and I asked him this, he came in and he was kind of fancy and fluid and just, I don't know, he just seemed like he was having fun out there. Do you feel like that's the way his demeanor started this season, or is it just because of that one game?
I think earlier in the year he was still kind of, thinking about, am I going to make it back? Is there going to be any, step backwards here or there? But now I think he feels like he's overcome the obstacles, and now he's in a good mood.
Beyond the field, what is it that makes Clint Dempsey so important to this team?
Well, when your senior players are playing well, and they're playing at a high level, they drag everybody up with them, and that's key. When Nico plays well, when Ozzie plays well, when Chad Marshall plays well, they pull guys up with them. So that's another little factor that Clint's been able to do.